Hello. Welcome to my yoga class. All you need for this class is a mat, maybe a couple blocks, maybe a folded blanket to sit on, but mostly you need an open heart and an open mind. And please bear with me. I am learning, I am practicing. When I say learning, I'm learning to teach yoga. I've been performing and involved in yoga for many, many years, but I'm learning to express my teaching style online, so just be patient with me and please enjoy this yoga. Bring yourself to a seated position. Easy pose. Cross your legs. Make your spine tall. From the crown of your head to reach as far to the ceiling as possible. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Relax all the muscles in your face. Just close your eyes and begin by taking 3 deep breaths. When I say to take a deep breath, I mean to fill your belly with air. Feel your belly expand as though filling a balloon. Put your hands on your belly and actually feel your belly fill with air as you breathe in. And as you exhale, feel your belly deflate. Just like a beach ball, inflating and deflating. Take 3 long, really nourishing deep breaths. Deep belly breathing. When you've exhaled, just begin to bring yourself to a normal state of breath. Just a nice natural breath. Keep your eyes closed. I'm going to begin just by playing a little tune on my drum for you. Take long, deep breaths. Fill your belly and exhale, deflate. Keep breathing. Be brave enough to take off the masks you wear out there and get to know who you are underneath. Be vulnerable enough to accept your flaws and know that they are what make you human. They are what make you real. Be confident enough to accept and cherish your strengths. Don't minimize or hide them. They're your beautiful gifts to share with the world. Be brave enough to say, you know what? All of this is who I am. I make so many mistakes. I can be forgetful. I'm messy. But I'm doing my best with what I've got. And I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud of me. And I'm proud of who I'm becoming. Fill your belly with 2 more of these deep, nourishing, centering breaths. Exhale, open your mouth and sigh it out. You can open your eyes now, and I'm going to teach you a breath. It's called alternate nostril breathing. This is a really awesome breath. It's a really amazing tool to use when you're suffering from maybe a moment of anxiety, or maybe you just don't feel quite yourself. The alternate nostril breathing will bring you back to balance. Our bodies are magnetized to the universe, and so alternate nostril breathing, it brings us back to balance with the universe. So I'm gonna do one demo for you, and then you can join in if you like. So to do alternate nostril breathing, start to take a deep inhale through your nose, and then exhale through your nose, and release. And then what you do is you take your dominant hand, and you're going to use your thumb and your ring finger of your dominant hand. You're going to close off the nostril, the same side of your dominant hand first. And you're going to breathe in through the opposite nostril, and then you're going to exhale through that nostril. And then you're going to repeat by closing off the other side with the ring finger and exhaling and inhaling on that side, and repeat. I'll do a demo for you, and then you can join in. We're gonna do 10 long deep breaths here, so you can join in when you like. So start with your thumb, close off the nostril on your first side, and inhale and exhale. Join in when you're ready. I'll count. Just start to take deep, nourishing, alternate nostril breaths. continue to breathe this way for one more full and complete round on each side. Complete your alternate nostril breathing on the opposite side that you began. And when you're ready, you can begin to proceed with your normal, natural pace of breathing. When you finish your next exhale, we're going to slowly come to standing. So slowly bring yourself up on an exhale, rolling head and shoulders coming last, vertebrae by vertebrae, up to standing. Bring yourself up to the top of your mat. We're going to start with 3 rounds of half sun salutation here. Inhale, raise your arms above. I have very little room. I'm in my trailer. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your body up halfway. Hands rise on your thighs. Your back is straight here like a table. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise your arms, take up space, come above your head. If you have room, your hands can reach. You can take a gentle back bend here. We're going to do that 2 more times. So exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, all the way up. Arms come overhead. Hands come to touch. Take a gentle back bend. And one more time, exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, all the way up. Arms take up space above your head. Hands come to touch if you have space. Take a back bend and bring your hands down to heart center here. Take 3 deep breaths here. Feel your feet root beneath you on your mat. Feel all 4 points, all 4 corners of your feet rooting into your mat, giving you balance, giving you strength, rooting you like a tree. Bring your hands down by your sides. Keep your palms facing to the front of the room and spread your fingers wide. Keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. Let your neck be tall. Bring your core strong. Feel the earth beneath you. Breathe. You're in mountain pose. Be a mountain. Bring your arms above your head. I have to bend, but if you have the room to go straight, and start to bend your knees. as though you're sliding your bum down a wall, like you're going to sit on a chair. Make sure when you're in this pose that you can see your big toes. You don't want your knees to go forward. You want to be able to see your big toes. So just like you're sitting in a chair, this pose is literally called chair pose. Breathe here. 3 deep breaths in chair pose. On your exhale, palms come together in prayer pose. Bring your opposite elbow to your opposite knee. I'm going to take this off so you can see what I'm doing. Bring your opposite elbow to your opposite knee and reverse your chair. So you're still in your same alignment. You can bring your gaze up towards your ceiling. Breathe here. 2 more breaths. On your exhale, we'll come to center. We'll rise above. We'll bring our hands to our hips and give our knees a little shake here. Work that out. And we're going to bring our chair back into position again. Make sure you can see your toes. Bring your palms to touch again. Reverse your chair on the other side. Your elbow comes to your knee. Your opposite elbow is pointing towards the ceiling. 2 more breaths. Bring yourself back to center. Rise above. Bring yourself back, a little back bend. And we're gonna do 3 more half sun salutations. So exhale, float forward. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up. Arms come together, palms come together, back bend, and float forward on your exhale. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, float forward. Inhale, arms take up space, all the way float up towards the sky. A gentle back bend. 2 more times, your pace, your breath. When you've completed your last round or your last exhale, you can bring yourself back up to standing and to bring your palms together here. Close your eyes, feel the earth beneath your feet. Exhale, open your mouth and sigh out. We're going to bring our hands down by our sides here. we're going to actually put our hands on our hips. We're going to take a wide-legged forward fold. So step your legs out as wide as you can, whichever is comfortable for you. Bring your hands to your hips. Bring your feet to about a 45-degree angle here. Start to hinge from your hips. Your back stays long and straight like a table. And you start to hinge. Your legs stay straight. If you can bring your hands to the mat, you're welcome to do so. Your hands can stay on your hips. It's a little hard, you might fall over. You can bring your hands to your ankles if you like. You can bring your hands behind you and take a wide-legged standing rabbit pose. If you need blocks or preferred blocks to rest your hands on, whatever feels best for you. We're going to take 3 more nice, nourishing breaths here. Let your head hang here. Let gravity be in control here. Just let gravity take over. Let your head sway. Maybe take a nod, yes, no. We're going to start to walk our feet together again. You can heel toe your feet together. And we're going to stay folded. I'm going to turn myself this way so you can see me. I'm bringing my notes with me. So we're going to stay folded here. And we're going to bring ourselves into a nice ragdoll pose. Take your feet about hip width apart. You can bring your arms together, holding opposite arms. Or you can bring your hands down to the mat. You can move here organically, swaying if you like. Or you can just be still, whatever feels good to you. Play around with movement if you like. Maybe try bringing the weight into the balls of your feet. And then maybe try shifting your weight forward to the toes. Maybe try rocking back and forth. Taking deep breaths. Find some stillness if you're not already still. Let your hands hang if they're not already. Unclasp the arms. Let the head hang here and make sure your knees are bent. This is a very nourishing pose. Let the breath fill the rib cage and the back body. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. Ragdoll pose. I invite you to close your eyes. On your next exhale, begin to slowly roll yourself back up to standing. And we're going to start to work our way through 3 more of our half sun salutations. Inhale, arms rise above your head. Gentle back bend. Exhale, float forward. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, float forward. Inhale, arms take up space, rise all the way up. Gentle back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold it forward. And one more at your pace. Come to standing on your next inhale. Bring your arms to heart center, or your hands to heart center. Palms together. We're going to step our legs out, wide apart here. Excuse me while I move my paper. And we're moving into Warrior 2. So, Warrior 2, what you need to do to get into a Warrior 2, you bring your whatever leg you choose to first, your back leg parallel to the back end of your mat, and then you pivot your front foot so that it's facing the opposite direction. So you're making a T with your feet. Make sure that your heel is in line with the arch of your opposite foot. You bend your front knee so that it doesn't go past your ankle, and you'd be able to see your toes. Your body is square to the long edge of your mat. Your torso is tall and long. Your arms come up to shoulder height, one end stretching to one end of the room, the other to the back, so I'm falling over. And then your gaze can turn and look over the front arm. Warrior 2. Breathe here. Fill your belly, fill your ribs. Focus on your breath. Let your breath guide you. 2 more breaths. One more. On your exhale, straighten your front leg. We're going to flow. I have to move myself forward here. Bring your arms above head. Keep your knee bent. And then on your exhale, bring it back down. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to give you that instruction again. So on your inhale, you're going to bring your arms above head. On your exhale, you're going to bring your front leg straight again, arms down by your sides. Inhale, arms above, front knee bends. Exhale, front knee straightens, arms down. 3 more just like that. One more. Now we're going to turn the opposite way and do our Warrior 2 on the other side. So again, your back foot is parallel. Your front foot is in line with the arch. Your knee is in line with your ankle. And you can see your big toe. Front of your body is facing forward. Arms up, shoulder height. Gaze over front middle finger. Breathe. Two more breaths in Warrior Two. On your exhale, we'll move into our flow. So straighten that front foot, arms come above. Exhale, arms down, legs bends, arms come forward. Inhale, arms above, leg straightens. Exhale, bend and drop arms. 3 more. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, bring it down. And 1 more. And we'll move back into Warrior Two. 1 more time on this side. Straighten your front leg now. And we're going to move back into that wide-legged forward fold again here. So pivot your legs so that they're facing forward. Your toes are facing a 45-degree angle. Bring your arms down to your hips. And then just start to fold yourself forward here. Let yourself sway. Just let gravity take over here. Make sure you're breathing. Fill the ribs with air, with breath. Exhale, push all the air out, deflate the belly. 3 more breaths here. When you're ready to inhale next, bring yourself back up by putting your hands onto your hips, bringing yourself to a standing position again. We're keeping our legs right where they are, but we're going to pivot 1 foot forward, and again, the same legs as we had for Warrior Two, and 1 foot parallel. Our foot alignment is in line with the arch there. We're moving into triangle pose. So let's get into triangle pose. We're going to bring our arms up at shoulder height, and we're going to be hinging from our hip crease. So if you were to put your hand actually on your hip crease and fold forward, you're folding forward over this front leg here. So I'm going to demo the pose for you first. So you're tipping yourself. And your arm can land wherever it might land. Here, the other arm is up towards the ceiling. So you're literally tipping yourself. Your torso is still forward, so you're basically in your same positioning as Warrior Two, but you're tipping. So making sure you're hinging from your hip, arms up, tipping wherever your hand lands. It's about balance, not about reaching. If you have the ability to bring your hand down, you're welcome to. You can use a block. If you can reach the mat, you're welcome to. Take 3 more, or I guess beginning, 3 nice nourishing breaths in triangle pose. Make sure your bum doesn't splay out behind you. Pretend there's a wall behind you. Keep your gaze forward. Find a drishti point or a point of focus here. If you find it challenging in this pose, you can always have your hand there or use a block. We're going to come out now, and we're going to reverse onto the other side. So we're going to turn our feet the opposite way, making sure we're in proper alignment here with our arch and our heel. Our torso is facing forward. Our arms are at shoulder height. We are tipping onto our hip crease. Triangle pose. Two more breaths. Bring yourself back up. And then we're going to heel toe ourselves back to standing. Back to a beautiful, strong mountain pose. So we're going to feel all of our toes under the mat. Our heels are giving us strength under our feet. Our core is strong. If you have the ability to close your eyes and keep your balance, I invite you to do so here. Feel your toes in your mat almost creating like a little suction cup for you so that you get your balance. Your palms forward. Feel your fingers almost like they're shooting little beams of light. We'll take 3 more really, really nurturing breaths here. Nurturing for our souls and nurturing for our bodies. Mountain pose. Strong, tall, resilient mountains. On your exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Just begin to float forward. Bring your hips your feet about hips width apart here. Bring yourself into a nice ragdoll pose. Exhale, open your mouth. Sigh out all the tension of the day. You can sway from side to side. Or you can find some stillness. Whatever feels good for you. We're going to come down onto our mats now. So just come down onto your knees. We're going to take a child's pose here. So just sitting on your bum. Just start to fold forward. We're going to take a really relaxing child's pose here. So you can keep your arms down along beside your body. Your forehead rests on the mat, or you can make a little pillow with your hands if that's more comfortable for you. Start to move your forehead from side to side. Breathing really deep, nourishing breaths. Feel your breath, fill your rib cage and your back body with air, prana, life force. You're massaging your third eye, a place of wisdom. Breathe here. We'll be here for 5 really long, nourishing breaths in child's pose. If you would like to find stillness, you're welcome to. Or you can keep massaging your third eye. Breathe. Bring your child's pose to stillness here, and bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press the mat away from you and bring yourself up into a tabletop position. So your legs are bent, your hands are in alignment with your shoulders, directly beneath your shoulders, and your knees are hip width apart. We're going to start to do a cat-cow flow here, just to get our spine flowing here. So on your inhale, your belly drops, your gaze rises. And on your exhale, you arch your back like a cat, deflating the belly. Inhaling, filling the belly with air. Gaze rises, heart opens. Exhale, rounding the spine, bringing the chin in to the chest, deflating the belly. Inhaling, gaze comes up to the ceiling, heart and chest open. We'll do 5 more rounds of cat-cow. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Four more rounds of breath, just like that. Follow your breath. Let your breath be the guide and move slow through these poses. There's a saying, you're only as young as your spine. This sequence allows your spine to move and flow. And it keeps us young and healthy. Inhale, find a neutral spine and tabletop. We're going to take a twist here in a tabletop. So what you're going to do is bring up one hand up above you toward the ceiling. Breathe in here, and as you exhale, bring your arm like a scoop underneath your opposite arm. Your head comes down to your mat. The opposite arm reaches for the sky. Breathe here. You should feel this stretch in your shoulder and your upper back. We'll take 3 more nourishing breaths here. On your exhale, bring the arm that's up down to the mat. Use it to push yourself back up into your tabletop position. And we'll repeat that pose on the opposite side. So opposite arm reaches up towards the ceiling and it threads like a scoop underneath the opposite arm. On your exhale, bring your hand down to the mat. Press the mat away from you and find yourself into a tabletop position. We're going to move now onto our backs. So you can bring yourself onto your bum, however it's easy for you to get there. And we're going to take my favorite yoga pose here. It's called supine twist. So to get there, bring your knees up to the ceiling. And you can bring your hands out in front of you. And you can use your breath. So take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly start to roll yourself down, vertebrae by vertebrae, onto your mat. Head and shoulders coming down last. Lift your knees up and lift your bum up and bring it to one side of your mat. And then let your knees fall to the opposite side of your mat. Bring your arms out like a T shape if you have the space. If you don't, you can cactus arm them. And then your gaze, if you have the ability, looks over the opposite shoulder. You can also stagger the legs here. You can put a pillow underneath, or a blanket, or a block, however is comfortable for you. Let your fingers uncurl here and take nourishing deep breaths into the back rib cage and the belly. And your supine twist. We'll be here for a little while. This pose is really good for the nervous system. Let your breath guide you, and with every exhale, find some more relaxation. With every exhale, release and let the tension melt. If you need to adjust the pose, feel welcome to do whatever is right for your body. It's your practice, your body. Make sure you're breathing. Deep breathing into the belly. We'll be here for 5 more long belly breaths. Two more breaths. On your exhale, bring your gaze, your head, and your knees back up towards the ceiling. Lift your bum up and over to the other side of your mat and let your knees fall over to the opposite side. Bring your gaze over the opposite arm. Stack, stagger, use blocks, a blanket, whatever's comfortable. Even if your legs just hang, let gravity take over. Breathe into the belly. Release the tension in the back body with each exhale. Let your body release here in Sufine Twist. Let the fingers uncurl, relax the face. Remember, with every exhale, surrendering. And with every inhale, filling the belly and the back body, the ribs and the lower back with breath. We'll be here for 5 more super nourishing breaths. Two more breaths. On your exhale, bring your head and knees back up to the ceiling. Bring your knees up to your chest here to give yourself a hug. Wrap your arms around your knees. Start to rock yourself side by side. Give your back a massage. This is super nourishing for your internal organs and your nervous system. Breathe here. You're welcome to find stillness or just rock back and forth. Exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out. We'll take ourselves to stillness here. Bring your legs down or your feet down onto your mat. Your feet together. And let your knees fall down to the earth while your heels or your feet stay together. Your palms up towards the ceiling. Your feet can be as close to the body here as comfortable for you. You can take them out in more of a triangle position, or you can bring them close to the body. Let gravity take over here. Let your fingers uncurl. Breathe into the belly, and the rib cage, and the chest. Breathe in through the fingers. Let the breath fill your entire body. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Feel the earth beneath you. Let your body melt into your mat. Surrender all of your weight. Let your head be heavy. Let your hips fall towards the earth. Fill your belly, your rib cage with breath. Take 2 more really, really deep breaths here. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Start to stretch your arms above your head. Bring your feet out in front of you. If you need to adjust yourself, we're going to move into our Savasana now, our supine twist pose, our yogi relaxation. So find yourself on your back. Let your feet be about hip width apart or more. Let your baby toes fall towards the earth. Let your palms be wide beside you, or so are your arms. Let your palms be up towards the ceiling. Let your fingers curl. Just let your body melt into your mat here. Close your eyes. Just start to tune into your breath. Just focus on the breath coming and going as it enters and leaves your body. Place both hands over your heart and inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Let your breath become smooth and effortless. Begin to breathe in and out through your nose. Feel the flow of air moving into your lungs and then back out into the world. If your mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. Notice how your thoughts come and go. simply let them pass by like clouds in the sky. Imagine now you can breathe into your heart and visualize love pouring out of your hands and into your heart. Let this love warm and permeate you from your heart center, filling the rest of your body. Feel a sense of comfort and calm traveling up through your chest, into your neck and head, and out into your shoulders, arms, and hands, and then down into your ribs, belly, pelvis, legs, and feet. Allow a sensation of warmth to fill you from the head to your toes. Breathe here and know that love is always here for you when you need it. Just focus on your breath. Feel the breath come and feel the breath go. Like waves in the ocean, just coming and going. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Just keep focusing on your breath. And if your thoughts come, just let them pass by like clouds in the sky. Imagine you can see a beautiful blue sky on a sunny day. When your thoughts come, you can just simply watch them float away like a cloud in the sky. Allow yourself the opportunity to see the beautiful blue sky. And whenever you find yourself, when you start to worry or stressed, just know that you can have those thoughts later, but don't let them control you. Just let them float away like clouds in the sky. And if it's something important, you can file it away and get back to it later. But know that you're worth just allowing yourself to be free of your thoughts, just to focus on your breath. You can start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Start to bring yourself back to your